All right, we're gonna do a portobello mushroom and cauliflower mash. So to start, to prepare, we're gonna get that cauliflower, we're gonna get out that core, cut off those leaves, pull all those fine leaves off, and then you're gonna chop it up nice and coarsely, because we're going to be putting this in a pan and getting it nice and golden. So we don't want it too small, we don't want it too big, but we want it nice and coarse. Preparing it, getting it nice and ready so things are organized. This is a dish that you want to serve all at the same time, so preparing is super important. So get that cauliflower chopped up there. You're going to take some fresh rosemary next. I like to take the top of that stem, slide my fingers all the way down to the bottom, and those leaves come out nice and easy. And then you're going to take a real sharp knife and you're going to chop that up nice and small. The rosemary is going to go on those mushroom caps, so you want it nice and small so that it sticks. So prepare that fresh rosemary, nothing like fresh rosemary. And then your station will be all ready to go. You've got your pan, there's your cauliflower, salt, pepper, fresh rosemary, your faux Parmesan cheese, kale pesto, and those mushroom caps. Then you're going to prepare those mushroom caps. You're going to take that olive oil, salt, pepper, and fresh rosemary, and you're just going to bathe those portobellos in that oil and rosemary. Bottom and top, you want to completely get it all moist everywhere you go so that soaks in when it cooks. You're going to put that on a pan, ready to go, and that little salt and pepper, and we'll pop it right there in the oven and start this process. I'm using a smaller oven here just because it's a little bit easier to control the heat. You can use a large oven, pop it in. While that's cooking, we'll flip it over halfway through, but while that's cooking, we're gonna go and get that cauliflower going. So you wanna get your pan. I'm using a cast iron pan. I like to use that because it makes the cauliflower nice and brown. We're gonna add 4 tablespoons of olive oil here, and we're going to warm that up to a medium-high heat. When that starts to shimmer, we're going to toss the cauliflower in. We'll add a little bit of salt and pepper, and then you're going to toss that cauliflower all around that olive oil, making sure that olive oil gets coated all around all of your vegetables in there, and then you're going to let it sit. The idea is we want one side to get nice and golden before you flip it. That's the key to get that flavor in there. So while that's sitting and cooking, you're going to come on over and flip those caps, those beautiful mushroom caps, and let them cook the rest of the way. Look at those beauties. It's gorgeous. I love the large portobellos. In this recipe, they're very meaty, and I don't miss the real meat at all. They're just absolutely delicious. Then we'll come on over and we're going to finish that cauliflower mash. Now you'll see the golden color. Once that happens all over, because we flipped it, made sure it's all golden, you're going to add just water. You're going to reduce the heat just a tiny bit, and you're going to cover it. And here's where it's going to steam through the middle. So we want that cauliflower to get nice and soft all the way through. While that's finishing, look at that, those mushrooms are done. We're gonna set those to the side, let them kind of cool off a little bit, finish cooking. While that's doing that, we're gonna come on over and we're gonna make your mash. Cauliflower should be nice and soft, a beautiful golden color. That's gonna be fabulous. Now you're going to carefully take the cauliflower from the pan and you're going to put it in a blender. I'm using a Vitamix. I love the way the Vitamix works and blends the vegetables. There's very quickly and very easily. Nothing sticks inside of there. So carefully place all your cauliflower in. You're going to take all the juices, everything that's in there. I'm dumping in there that faux Parmesan cheese halfway through. That just helps the blending process. That's my little thing that I do. So you're going to get all of that in that blender. Now, one of the things to remember to note when you're blending something hot, the steam can build up inside that blender, and you can have a little bit of a pop. You don't want to have that. Obviously, that's a little dangerous. So you want to loosely fit your lid onto the blender. Blend that up nice and smooth to the consistency that you like. And you are ready to plate. So we're going to take that and slide it from the blender right onto the plate. I've got 2 servings here, so I'm going to split it up nice and evenly, both plates. Everything is nice and hot. Those portobellos are sitting over there on the oven there, right, waiting to be placed. You slice the portobellos and then place them on top of those mashed cauliflower. Beautiful. Here's where you get to make it look nice and pretty. Then we're going to top it with that kale pesto. I've made that ahead of time, warmed a little bit so it has a nice easy way to spoon out there. 2 tablespoons on each one of those. Beautiful color there. That's going to add a wonderful flavor, and then you're going to add your faux Parmesan cheese sprinkled on top. And enjoy. Bon appetit.